What's going on, people, and welcome back to my FPL update for game week 30, and it's more green arrows, baby. Green arrows, let's go. Average points was 44 points. I finished on 50, went up in all my leagues I'm in, so happy days. Apologies about the lighting in this one, but there's a bit of a glare when I lift the blinds up for the natural light, so the video will be a little bit darker, but at least you can see me, and I can see you because I was like that before. So let's get into it. Sales in goal got me 8 for Forest as they ran out winners against Manchester United, which I predicted they would beat us. Unfortunately, they did. But for my fantasy, it was fortunate because I've got some Forest players. So Sales got me 8 as he got a clean sheet, 5 saves, and he got me a bonus point. Kirkes, Gueye, Van Heck, Gabriel, and Aiton Nori. Obviously, Gabriel picked up an injury, is going to miss the rest of the season. So I'll get into that with transfers in a minute. He only got 1 anyway. Van Heck only got 1 for Brighton as they lost to Villa. Gueye got 2 for Palace for me as they drew with Southampton, which was a little bit of a surprise as I expected Palace to win that one. And Kirkes for Bournemouth only got me 1 as they conceded 2 and lost to Ipswich in another upset. So the defence on the whole, apart from Aiton Nori, really failed me, but the others made up for it. 3 in the midfield, I went with Alanga, Watara for Bournemouth, Mohamed Salah. Salah was my captain this week. He got me 6. Liverpool did beat Everton 1-0 in the Merseyside derby. He didn't score, however, but got a clean sheet for him and they won 1-0. 6 for Salah. Watara only got me 2 for Bournemouth. He did play the whole game, but obviously Bournemouth lost that to Ipswich. And Alanga got me 11 as my star player this week. It had to be him that scored against United, being a former United player. Like, it was going to happen at some point. Fair play to the lad. Since he's left, he's really kicked on in his career and deserves it. He scored the goal, obviously. They got a clean sheet in the game and he got me 3 bonus points. Alanga really stepped up for me this week and was my best player. And then I went 2 up top with João Pedro and Alexander Isak. Isak's picked up a little bit of a groin niggle, I'm hearing, so he's flagged now, but I probably will risk him for the next game. So I have to wait and see on Isak, but I'm not gonna take him out. I'm gonna risk and probably play him because it doesn't sound like it was fully that he's gonna be out. It was just like a discomfort kind of thing. But Isak got me 8 as he scored in his game as Newcastle beat Brentford, continuing their run of form after winning that trophy the other day. And he got me 2 bonus points. And João Pedro got 2 for Brighton for me, so bit of a flop as they lost to Villa, and he only played 71 minutes. So on the whole, very happy with the overall points as I went and got Green Arrow week again. On the bench, Henderson for Palace got me 2. Minter at Brighton got 0 as he didn't play. Cliver at Brighton, I'm not actually sure what's happened to him, but he's now got quite a serious injury, but I don't know what happened. So he was my vice this week and obviously didn't play. And Chris Wood, who is also out with injury at the moment, with 0. So, yeah, my whole bench I got right, to be honest. Very happy this week with the points, considering the amount of injuries and flags I've got in my team. To finish with green arrows and above the average was a bonus. So, very happy with this week. Let me know how you did for this week. I look ahead to my game week 31 team then. Sales keeps his place in goal as they have a tricky fixture away to Villa, Forest, but they could still win it, the form they're in. Villa will obviously be confident at home, but I think it'll be a very good game and I'm going to risk it with him and keep him in. 4 at the back, I've got Van Dijk, who I just brought in as Gabriel is out for the rest of the season. So Van Dijk comes back into the team. I had him earlier on in the season as Liverpool are away to Fulham. Aiton Nori keeps his place as Wolves are away to Ipswich, and I expect Wolves to at least get a draw. Gueye for Palace at home against Brighton. I expect at least a draw for Palace in that, if not edging the game and getting the 3 points at home. Van Heck, I've got obviously in that game as well, so against each other, Gueye and Van Heck, but it could easily go either way in that game. 4 in the midfield, I've got Alanga who keeps his place and hopefully can get me another return away to Villa. Minter for Brighton, who didn't play this week. I need to do a little bit of I need to look into that, why he didn't play, because he's not flagged or nothing. I don't know if it's worth risking him for this game if he ain't going to play again. So He keeps his place right now, but he might come out if I find out any news about him. I brought in Morgan Rogers for Villa, as Clivert has got some sort of serious injury that, as I said, I don't know what happened, but I had to take Clivert out, which is a shame because he was in fantastic form. But Rogers comes in for Villa. Big fan of him. He's grown on me a lot, and I just think he's a very good player. So he's my vice this week. Captaincy I have still on Salah, as Liverpool are away to Fulham, and Fulham can be tricky, but I expect Liverpool to go there and probably grind it out and get the 3 points. So captaincy is on Salah right now, and 2 up top keep their place with João Pedro for Brighton away to Palace, and Alexander Isak away to Leicester for Newcastle. Hopefully he does play, as he's picked up a little bit of a discomfort injury in the groin, but I expect him to play some minutes anyway. So they're my 2 up top. On the bench, Henderson for Palace, and in the first place sub I've got Kirkes for Bournemouth away to West Ham. Ouattara away to West Ham for Bournemouth also, and Chris Wood still flagged for Forest away to Villa. Going with an old school 4-4-2 for game week 31, but I'm still pretty confident that I can do well, and hopefully I do have a week of green arrows. So hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know how you did this week and your game week 31 team, what it's looking like, who your captain is. Premier League predictions will be up as well at some point tonight, probably by the time it all uploads. And edits and everything, as there's games starting again tomorrow for game week 31. Have a great day, guys. It's a beautiful day out there. The sun is out. Get yourself out, enjoy it, get some rays in a bit.